Welcome, everybody, to the VAIL VRML Season 4 EU postseason. My name is Nightfire with two E's, and I'm your sole conductor into today's journey to the top tier of VAIL and to the elimination bracket of our double elimination postseason tournament. For those tuning in who don't know what you're stopping in for, this is the VRML network. It's the postseason. These teams played for 12 to 13 weeks over the course of the regular season, competing for a chance to be ranked in this ladder, which then seeds them in the double elimination tournament. Unfortunately, both of these teams have already lost yesterday. They've already faced one loss, and they are now in the losers bracket where it's do or die. Every game is a must win. If they lose, their season's over. If they win, they continue on with a chance to go all the way back to the championship and compete against that top team that wins through the winners bracket. It's a long road to go through that losers bracket, and we're going to be diving into just the losers bracket today. So it's pure elimination matches for the next two best of threes that we have ahead of us. There are two matches being played live right now, or being played at the same time right now. Our plan is to bounce between them, so we'll start with Ascending versus URC. The other match that is live right now is DNA versus Ascenders. The winner of Ascending versus URC goes on to play Sunset Ravens. The winner of DNA versus Ascenders goes on to play Academy, and we'll do it all over again. We'll have another best of three. We'll bounce between games. If we get to a third map, we'll go and watch it. And that's the plan. It's just the small section of the double elimination tournament, because next weekend we go back to the winners bracket. We have Relentless EU versus Ascendancy, Vanguard Gaming EU versus Asterix, and then Sunday next weekend we have the losers bracket. We actually go to loser bracket on Saturday as well. So there's a lot of games on Saturday and Sunday next weekend that we'll be casting and commentating on. A lot to look forward to. All best of threes, and then as we get deeper into the double elimination tournament, they turn to best of fives. And so for VAIL, we've got, weekends filled with top tier postseason action coming up this weekend, next weekend, and I believe the following weekend. That's when the finals will be happening on that following Saturday. So a lot of postseason content that we'll be producing right here on the VRML network. You'll be seeing a lot of my face, maybe some of Chum Bait. And, we appreciate you. We appreciate everyone that stopped by, hanging out, and tuning in this afternoon. It means a lot. And a reminder that also Breachers EU has their postseason live right now as well. So there's a lot of VRML network content to catch today, tomorrow, and later today. This morning and later today, we have NA's CC Grand Finals. The top two teams for the Challenger Cup yesterday are battling it out in a best of three starting at 2 p.m. PST. That'll be broadcast right here on the VRML network as well. So like I said, a lot of content to look forward to. I do believe we are waiting on one more on the Ascending side. And then we should be diving into the action. Hopefully Ascending. Fields 5. It would be a tough start to the double elimination bracket tournament if they didn't have 5 here. I think we've seen a couple of 4v5s yesterday. So maybe we actually will get a 4v5 here in the losers bracket as well, but definitely an advantage. Like I was talking about yesterday, if that's the case. We did tune into a couple of 4v5s. I think not intentionally. I believe one of them was a connection issue. But we're good. Everyone's logged in. We got 5 on board, so no need to worry. It's going to be a full one. And we're ready to go. Map number 1 of the best of 3. We're going to a map that we haven't gone to in, well, all weekend. Suna. And it's nighttime. A little bit of variant. We don't see, honestly, too often. I don't think I've gone Suna night more than a handful of them. Why not even So we shall see. On the defense, we have URC. On the attack, Ascending, and we are diving in to our elimination round. Best of 3. Loser goes home. Season's over. Winner advances on. We have to play another best of 3 right after this, so an easy day ahead of them. Nice little push up. Stacking 2, finding the advantage there in numbers, but Carnage swinging wide for a nice double. They'll go down quickly. A quick refrag from that far side, and we have ourselves a little bit of a 2v2. Shots ringing in from Annex, and they'll pick themselves up a double. It's a replay within a replay. Two and 0 for Annex off the gate. Nice start. It's going to be another A-side push. Nice early opening kill on the side there. Up front, Carnage looks to shut down the advance. They got DTV Deimos on the backside. Annex also picking up the kill. Deimos going to swing wide, find a distracted. Elliott and finally catches them out. The scanner in the hand of Bage does pull back, and after a few go down on URC, and a bit of a chaotic A-site push, we slow things down for just a brief moment. We'll see if Jack ends up pushing in through this alleyway, because then they'll identify where the scanner is. Beige now kind of stuck. Doesn't want to push the angle they just saw an enemy at, but there's another one there. 3 left alive for URC, and a solid opening. Suna, feel like tends to go 60-40. I guess I don't know, though. Defense, right? Am I wrong on that? Suna's Rayab sided. Thoughts in chat. Let me know, folks. A site didn't work on the pistol round, didn't work in the rifle round, so let's try B. And it's a very quick read here from both Carnage and Deimos to be swinging right over to B site, reinforcing. Oh, and a nice nade. Lobbed over the top and a double kill for Deimos. Absolutely shutting down that advance up through the center. The 1-2 punch if I've ever seen it. And there's the 3. 5 and 1. Standing out in these first 3 rounds. Throwing up the number 1. Yeah, right now they are. Kill leader. I like to see the continuous shift. Trying to throw this ascending, excuse me, URC defense off. Heavy utility. And finally some early kills to kick off their advance through this site. And they find the backside. No, Annex, Hunter both picking up key kills. Another for Hunter and another for Annex. The double on both sides. Shut down Scanner and the A-site push. It puts Beige alone up through the middle, not with an opportunity not even to flank. You're going to have to fight Jack here on the short corner, and Jack doesn't win. Beige catches 1 of 4 that they'll need. Had a bit of a ground to cover there, and URC locking things in. 4 and 0. This could be a very fast series. URC have anything to say about it? And I do believe we're looking at Yeah, URC is the number 9 seed, Ascending is the 6th seed. Definitely not the start I imagine Ascending we're looking for here. Still, though, it's early in the half. It's only halfway through the first half. Very curious to see how this Ascending team works and adjusts. Uh-oh. That's unfortunate. A little disconnect from Arda. 1-for-1 trade there. Steph can't find the final kill onto Carnage, and
round starting.
Ascending not getting the outcome they're hoping for here. Having a tough start, down a player now off of a disconnect it looked like. There's no real pause functionality, and so the best that can happen is their 5th player reconnects this round and they can play the next round. They won't be able to reconnect into this one. Nice early pickup there. Elliott with a good refrag. Able to keep Scanner moving up towards that A site. A little bit of brawl up through the middle as Beige trying to stop Deimos from swinging wide in the middle. Connects with a few shots. Can't finish him off though. Beige. Half HP gonna drop back. Carnage, Steph fighting over on the side of A, and they'll continue to go the way of URC here. 6-0.
Round starting.
Very commanding opening here on defense. But again, it's curious to see what side swap brings us. You want at least 1 or 2 offensive points if you can string them together here. A little bit of a cushion so that doesn't come down to the pistol round, which is where we could be going. Could be going to a 9-0 map 1 here. Talk about best case scenario if you're URC. Nice pick from Jack. On the hunt for more. Finds another one through the smoke. Carnage swings wide. Steph goes down in a flash, quite literally, and it's 7 points into the pocket of URC. Arda has reconnected. Be a good time right now to step up and find a solid offensive point. Like I said, get a little bit of a cushion. Nice pickup there. Trade. Tries to cross through the smoke. Can't find the angle, and everyone getting picked off here on this offensive rollout. Challenger Melissa can't connect on that long-range angle and has to continue to push forward. Gonna get swung wide by Annex, and it's a flawless opening half for URC. Sunset Ravens gotta be watching this, wondering what kind of opponent they're gonna be facing. Because the winner here is what Sunset Ravens battles against in round 2 of the losers bracket. When Hunter connects with a nade onto Art on the backline, it opens up A side. Everyone comes crashing from B to A, down the long hallway here. Long alleyway in the back, and a swing wide from Carnage on the hunt. They'll find one. Can't pick up 2. Elliott shuts it down. Scanner's down. A nice swing there as Beige supports over the top. Elliott and URC Beige coming together as Elliott pushes forward through the smoke. Swings wide. They'll go down to Jack, and suddenly, on the side comes the hit from Steph, but it's just a touch late. They catch a little bit of damage. The nade comes in a little bit short. There's one kill. They pick up two. Can they pick up the triple? No, they can't. Hunter clutches up the 9-0 for URC in round one. We aren't sticking around to see how this series unfolds. We'll jump on over to see where we stand with DNA and Ascenders battling it out right now, and their best of three as well. So do give me a brief moment. Looks like we're also going to Suna for that map one as well. And we finished 9 rounds. And this must be map 2. That's my best guess. As we switch over, to our other game, DNA versus Ascenders. Not to be confused with Ascending, everybody. Into, I think, map 2, we shall go. Do not know the outcome of their first map. We're here. We're into the action as Zenith swings wide on Arcudo. DNA is on the defense. Yes, that's right. Ascender's on the attack. Nice move here from Sir Ultimate, getting the flash through the smoke. Zenith drops back, but they're going to get surrounded, absolutely surrounded. Lime Juice right there to scoop up that kill, and Whiskey Foxtrot swinging the short corner. Going to not be able to pick up Flow Snow. 3-0, and I...
Get ready.
This little girl. How cute she is. We appreciate her. Back to the action. Swinging the corner wide. A nice kill for Whiskey Foxtrot. Quickly naded as Lime Juice here holds the short corner. Gonna hit the long angle. Picks up one. Looking for more with the knife flying wide. Well, will not connect. Zenith's still here. And Lime Juice on point. Dialing in. And really stalling out now this offense, allowing for the rest of the team to collapse in here. Eventually goes down to Flame. But Ultimate's here. They've got Arcadamos and Afghan all collapsing on the duo now, trapped in the back. Ooh, and it's a nice opening for Crummel, but it's now a 1v2. HP full, unfortunately, for Crummel here. Gonna have to do a full 1v2. I'm not sure. Yeah, Scanner's in their hand as well, so there is an option with 45 seconds left for a full drop back, a full rotate, kick it all the way over to B. Or commit.
30 seconds remaining.
They're going to commit. This is the dangerous swing. Put them in vulnerable position for both of the remaining defenders, but
Round starting.
under pressure, the immediate answer there to go straight into side at A seemed to be the first choice. And you know, we have the bird's eye view. They don't know where the entire defense is set up. They don't know if there's somebody that is already tucked into that back hallway waiting for them to rotate out. But we could be seeing another very fast Suna map here. Nice nade, almost catches Crummel. Ultimate's going to tuck in tight, but they'll get caught off. Zenith swings the corner and catches them. Afghan pops up. Silent Vintage finds that kill. Flow Snow with a nice nade. And Arcadamos pushing in. Flow Snow getting caught out. Nice pickup from 007 on the back line. Tossed up and over. Doesn't quite connect. They do hear footsteps, though. It's all info for Arcadamos. The scanner gets tossed and is now going to be going down.
Scan started.
A bit of a wild play here as they swing out. Arcadamos catches one. Can they pop up for two? They can. Can they swing for three? No, they can't. Flame stops it with less than half HP. Zenith also low. That was a doable 1v4, I think, for Arcadamos there, but couldn't quite string it together. And it's Ascender's first round on the board in map 2. Seeding here, seed 5 versus seed 10. So I imagine map 1 was a 9-0 if we're already on to map 2. Ooh, and a bit of an abandonment of sight there from Af with that nice nade tossed up over the top. It does end up really kind of leaving this exposed for Zenith and the rest of this offense to push in. Arcadamos about to be pinched. Surprised they haven't been hit by Foxtrot already. Foxtrot being distracted by Afghan Lime Juice. Finds Zenith. And we're down to a 2v2. A little short. Scanner's in hand, so the rotation is viable. And especially with that key kill from Crummel, it's going to be a tough rotation for
30 seconds remaining.
Afghan to make. Low on HP as well. This is looking like another solid point into the hands of Ascenders. And as Half tried to swing for the scanner, Flame covers it, and very nice bounce back. Ascenders 4-2. Like I was saying earlier in that earlier series, they're putting on a little bit of a buffer between them and their opponent for the side swap, so it doesn't come down to that pistol round 9-0 potential. You really don't want to have your whole map come down to a pistol round. It's tough. At least if you get one on the board on the offense, you'll have that option to go with rifles in that second round. B-site again being pushed heavily. Aff again holding it nicely, ducking down, but eventually Silent Vintage overwhelms. They have two more defenders to get through. I'm Juice and Sir Ultimate both dropping back. Flash there. Silent Vintage can't tuck in tight enough. Meanwhile, over on A site, the scanner actually getting pushed through, and Arcadamos picking up a double with a nade and a swing on the corner. Scanner again is down, so the call out comes in. You can see the team crashing over towards A site, dropping off of B defense, and it's gonna be a 1v3 for Crumble no matter what. He just has to get that scanner first before the rest of the team surrounds him.
Seconds remaining.
And a nice pickup from Lime Juice, shuts Crumble down, and
Round starting. Get ready.
we go to our last round of the half before we swap sides and go back to pistols. We'll see what DNA does on the attack and how Ascenders defend. And I do think my early analysis was correct. I do think Suna tends to lead 60-40 defense. Oh, and a nice peek. Sir Ultimate. Cutting down one, puts the scanner and Foxtrot all alone pushing B site here. They need reinforcements from the top. And the Ultimate read that perfectly. They knew that was coming in. Lime Juice hits the nade to go down. Scanner gets shut down in a real, I mean, truly flawless, almost all pure flawless. I think they only took a little bit of damage with one bullet there. Flawless round, everyone alive. Very commanding start for DNA as they swap sides, go to pistols, and we'll see. Maybe the side swap is what Ascenders need. A nice nade there. Nade's utility. The real standout in a pistol round. A lot of flashes to zone off, and scanner goes down. Close trying to hold the front line, gets one. The rest of the team on the back line, Lime Juice there. Cena's crawling up. They'll spring the trap, find one. Now the site is compromised. We're into a 1v1. Scanner's down, though, so the challenge is for Zenith. AF does not have to push B at all. Oh, and they're going to try and clutch it in the smoke. And they'll find it there. A beautiful plant. Zenith with a really nice play on defense. Ascenders lock in a point, chip away at that 4-point lead, down to 3, and start their defensive half very nicely. They do not let that pistol round slip through their fingers, and yeah, that was a really nice move with the smoke. One, two, three, four go down in the seconds, and now Foxtrot alone. Everyone alive on Ascenders. I don't know what happened this round that woke them up, but they came in a little different. Heavy stack to B works perfectly. I would just run that back again. There's no reason to really try something else. You've got plenty of buffer. But again, because you can't really predict, hey, it's going to be a B stack and send everyone B. I mean, you could. And then just rely on the retake if it goes A. But it's not going A. It's going B. It's heavy B. As Flow Snow finds the first kill, comes barreling out of smoke. Slime Juice catches one over the shoulder of Flow Snow. Flow going to push out now and catch Crumble tucked into the tight corner. Completely clears out. Side flies off the side for Flame, and Flow with a triple on the round. Zenith suddenly all alone and cut down by Arcademos. Af the only one to get dropped, and another near flawless offensive round. Send it back to B. B is on the menu, and you know you got to read into this if you're Ascenders. It's worth just committing your whole team to be here. Playing for the retake on A would be, you know, a better option at this point than not having everyone stacked at B. So here we go again. Another advantage, 5v3 on B site. Plenty of utility coming in over the top, but early kills this time from Silent Vintage. Flow Snow, the standout shooter, getting picked off. Lime Juice absolutely denying any rotation down that main alleyway. And Whiskey alone in their last round of the map. Win goes into the hand of Ascenders, 9-3 on Sooner. Are the right teams there? Oh, win goes to DNA, sorry. Whoops. I don't think I swapped sides. Or did I? I don't know. But I think we just got done. There's no way. I'm curious. We'll see if that was map 1 for them. That might have been map 1. We might have just popped into Ascender's DNA map 1. I don't know why they started so late after. Well, I guess not that late after. It was like a... Yeah, maybe they were just slightly delayed on their start. I think that was map 1 for DNA and Ascenders. Okay, let's adjust the scores. Yeah, it was. And... hold on. Okay, and here we go into round number 2 of DNA and Ascenders. On to Miru Day. That's a heavy B-side push. Lime Juice, Foxtrot finding every kills. And although Scanner went down, Ascender is overwhelmed. I think it was Ascenders that won map 1, wasn't it? Was I wrong on that? I think I didn't swap sides.
Round starting.
Chad, help me out.
Ready.
No, now I'm looking at the... No, it was DNA that won 9-3. Well. A nice opener for Ascenders. Call from Flame comes in that it is a side push, and as Flame dives out, Foxtrot catches one through the smoke. Scanner is right here as nades come in. Everyone's stacked at A site. There's a little commotion drawing some attention over to B, but Lime Juice trades down with a scanner in hand, and Crummel, I think, may have heard that scanner there. Still hasn't been picked up. There's only 2 left alive on defense, so Crummel tucks in. Tries to catch the rotation of Scanner and can't. Zenith scoops up Flow Snow in the middle, so it does make it a little bit harder for that rotation to happen. But they're still going to go for it, and Zenith actually drops back off of the angle that they could have held to stop this rotation from happening. Looks like they felt maybe A site was going to be pushed, but Scanner is here and being pushed towards B now and should get planted.
Scan started.
.25 seconds to work with. Crummel catches an aggressive Sir Ultimate. Af playing it patient, doesn't need to full send, and now does need to full send. They're actually going to trust that it was a bait. They bought enough time where Crummel's going to get back to Scanner, and I don't think they're going to get it.
Scan complete.
No, they were like maybe a second and a half late on interrupting that Scanner. DNA slide in and snag an offensive point in round 2. A nice little ensign slowing things down. Their ultimate with a trade over the top. Crummel. Flow Snow barreling in up through the midfield. Gained some control of A site, but everyone's collapsing back on defense. Tries to throw a knife out around the corner. Worried about getting hit from the flank, but Lime Juice with a nice kill on the Foxtrot opens things up. There's 4 left alive and a spin from Flow Snow. And they pick up another? No, the smoke in front of them. At least opens up the opportunity to grab the Scanner in the 1v3. They'll plant that smoke. Zenith is going to rotate out, and as Flow Snow pops out, Zenith catches the kill. There's a smoke here for Zenith to interrupt Scanner. They're going to dip themselves into it. Try and hit the interrupt, but they take a couple of shots. Half HP for their trouble there. 30 seconds left. This is not going to be an easy Scanner interrupt. And they really do have to commit out to try and get these kills. It's, at this point, the defense's job to tuck in. Do not overextend. Then it's trying to bait out the swing, and Arcadamos will actually win the trade. DNA putting 2 on the board on offense. I see Max yelling at me that DNA won. Okay, I was right. You know, I can actually just really easily go back. Yeah, I swapped sides. I was right. Nice pickup from Zenith. Arcadamos with a good swing, and Nate also connecting there. Af barreling in as the only one left alive. And look at this huge rotation from the flank. Putting Af in a very interesting spot. Now it's suddenly defending from the defense.
Round starting.
A very aggressive turn there from Ascenders. Very solid job. Sort of, I've always wondered about the strategy of really just like kind of giving up sight and allowing the Scanner plant and playing heavier into the retake. I'd be curious what that strategy looks like, but maybe it's just not really like a good meta choice. I just figured you could maybe catch people going and rotating back to positions after Scanner's planted, if you time it right. Nice pick up from Zenith over on B site, kind of shut down any momentum there. Vintage with another kill as well. flame through a flame, and Vintage going to challenge 2 more. One trade up through the middle. Vintage does not trade with Af, so Af gets control of A site stairs. Has to be a little bit worried about Zenith from their flank, because there's now 2v2. You can see the scanner rotating over towards B, so Af doesn't want to fully abandon their position. Catches Af out in the middle finally. And on the edge, oof, Crummel almost catches Sir Ultimate. Af does not press up through the mid here. That flash doesn't quite go as far as maybe they were hoping, and I love to see Ultimate baiting the rotation A and switching it back to B. Zenith really doesn't know which way to rotate, so I think they've just centered themselves, waiting to hear where the scanner goes. As it's planted at B, 45 seconds to work with for Zenith. Their Ultimate should have a pretty good idea that Zenith is here on this corner. Oh, and they'll catch the kill! A wonderful swing! Sir Ultimate had the surprise, but Zenith catches the final frag, and with 25 seconds left, they'll easily interrupt that scanner. Sender's taking the lead for the first time in the series. DNA, maybe not first time, I think they did it early in the last map as well. And I kind of wonder if DNA is maybe just a stronger defensive team. They had a good offensive half, though. Curious. See how Sideswap treats him, but for now, 3-2. Pretty close series. 2 more rounds to go before that Sideswap comes. Scanner heading towards A. A pretty heavily stacked A side defense right now. I say that, but it's really just Crummel and Whiskey who are quick to be able to rotate. So they can easily collapse from B over to A. They can use that back alley. Easily covers some ground. Silent Vintage again in the 1v2 up the middle. Like, yeah, Afghan and Flow finding the kills they need to take control of the mid, and just like that, a very clean entry puts Zenith alone in a 1v4. Tries to snap, trades with Af. Scanner didn't even go down. But with 3 left alive, DNA tie this first half in map 2. And it's really do or die for Ascenders right now. They've lost that first map 9-3. They gotta lock a win in here to take us to that third map decider. I see some good chat about meta guns. We love to see it. Silent Vintage about to deliver. Oh no! Flow Snow says, I got the knife for you, and a quadra kill for Flow.
Round starting. Get ready.
That is one way to lock in a lead. 4-3 in map 2. That's crazy. I'll talk about it later. A nice ensign coming in here. Very close to Zenith. Somehow they're alive in the corner. Interestingly enough, because maybe they felt that they didn't kill anyone or that no one was there. Like A, where they're trying to go. Flow with another good kill on the Silent Vintage. Silence tried to hold down the middle from Flow and Af this whole series. Had a tough time doing it. Foxtrot gonna swing wide for 1, can't get 2, and now Crummel going to be a key element in this rotation. Wide. Zenith gets picked off by Flow up the mid. Grummel getting flashed. Almost was there to interrupt the scan, and that would have been sort of the way back into this round here. But it feels like DNA are entering into their comfort zone, their flow state. As we swap sides, they go on defense with a 5-3 lead on Miru. Not exactly what you're hoping for on Ascender's end, but we'll see what Ascender's offensive half looks like here as we dive into our pistol round opener, which really can set the tone. A 6-3 lead, 5-4, you know, it's very different vibe going into the rest of the half. Look at how aggressive Lime Juice is getting here, all the way forward. Try and catch the Flame out, but Flame connects the shots. Another nice instant there, gonna zone out the rotate. Flow Snow getting hit from the flank, and Flame with a second kill. Almost hit that headshot blind through the smoke. We could see it. Does connect with the nade. Brummel just here on the stairwell, and Arcadamos tries to hit the knife, can't. Hits the shot and trades 1-for-1. Scanners down. Af and Ultimate rotating. Silent Vintage and Zenith with 45 seconds to go get that scanner implanted. Zenith does get to stairs, grabs scanner. Tries to throw it to Silent Vintage, instead just makes the audio cue loud, has to go back for it themselves. 25 seconds, scanner's gonna have to go down, but Ultimate isn't in a position where they can really... Yeah, they have to rotate around here. Scanner does go down. Now things are more challenging on the pistol half here for Ultimate. I don't know what the right play is, because you're really going to have a hard time rooting out Zenith from the stairs. Maybe this is the right play. Push the side here and then drop down the stairs. You just gotta send it. They can't, though. A nice tuck in. A big rotation. And everyone's dropping back. Sir Ultimate. They get Zenith. No, they get, excuse me, Silent Vintage. They're tucked in behind the scanner. They're trying to one-hand it. And they can't maneuver around the scanner enough. Zenith catches the kill. Ascenders with a big pistol round. Like I said, it really sets the tone for the Ascenders team. Are they going to be in a three round deficit where they've lost map 1 with 9-3 and then that's going to happen again, or is it maybe a little bit closer here in map 2? It certainly seems now, it feels at least closer off of that solid pistol round win. A big clutch there at the end of the day, a big rotation that pays off. Lime Juice getting caught out. Silent Vintage working with their team up through the middle to shoot and distract. Kadamos not ready for this whole team here, but they'll get one. Snap in a reload, gets 2 before they go down. Scanner on the back line is getting planted, but everyone else on Silent Vintage's team is gone, and a big confident swing from Flow Snow eliminates the only defense left. Scanner gets interrupted, 6-4 DNA.
Scan interrupted. Round starting.
I am confirming here, Ascending did win 9-0 and 9-5. Bit of back and forth here at A site leaves us into a 3-3. Scanner still down. Arcademos flying through these smokes. Swings wide onto Crummel. They will not find Arcademos there. Scanner is going to get planted.
Scan started.
And Sir Ultimate, the closest to Scanner here, finds the first kill. Are they going to be ready for Zenith on the short corner? They try to turn and burn. The flash there doesn't catch both. Af able to pick up the kill. Flame and Af in a 1v1 here with Scanner down. And a big swing from Flame. They'll catch Af unaware of their location and keeping the lead close. Ascenders chipping away 6-5. Right after this, we'll be diving over to to Ascending versus Sunset Ravens. Again, another loser's bracket matchup where the loser gets eliminated. So we do have our first team knocked out. Afghan trying to hold down this B-side push. It is coming through, but they've got the Overwatch there. Nicely done, nicely executed on. They need to get rid of Af here, but Zenith goes down, and it leaves only one left alive. Af will clean that one up as well. A double kill to lock in another point for DNA and get them closer and closer to that two-round best-of-3, two-map best-of-3 series win.
Round starting. Get ready.
Not exactly what they need on defense. Isn't that early pick? Another going down. It's 5v3 right now. Af has to pull off a pretty sizable clutch move here to shut down a huge B-side stack. Everyone is here on the offense. Catches one. Not ready for the second. Arcademos, their position given away, but Crummel finishes it off in a really nice stacked push B-side for Ascenders. Take a look at the KDs. Zenith with 14. Af right there with 14 as well. Interesting to see how close those KDs are. Then it's a close series, 7-6 here, map 2. One for one. They lose stairs. Oh, and that's a big kill there for Zenith. Blow snow. Catches one with an ensign. And a nice pickup there from Af, dialed in. Everyone getting cut down on Ascenders, leaving Silent Vintage alone. Scanner down on the stairwell. Don't know if that flash connected or not. Silent Vintage has an opportunity here with an exposed defender from Lime Juice. The trade, 1-for-1, does put DNA into map and series point here in map 2. One more round, and they'll be going up against Academy, who is ready and waiting for the challenge. Ooh, and Af with a big double kill on the side, pops out of nowhere. Gets flashed down, and the pressure is on to this offensive push at B. Lime Juice getting picked off is huge because they were really... Ooh, and this is going to be a big play for Flame. They catch one. Can they get both on the side here? They will. That's a big double kill. Still an opportunity for this offense to string something together. It's 8-6. They cannot afford to lose this round. Af, full on HP. Flow, full on HP. Both tucked in to B. No reason to really push B's side at this point, so the rotation's coming in. And a nice fast rotation. Scanner does go down. Oh, and they had Crummel caught out. Hang loose,
Match point.
says Crummel. Not allowing match point to go. Whew, and that was a big clutch. 8-7. We could be going to overtime here in map 2. The Senders do not want to let go in this loser's bracket. The loser here gets eliminated. Their season's done. If Ascenders don't win this map, their season is done. Oh, and Sir Ultimate kicks it off with a great start. A good bounce back from Zenith. Flame almost gets tagged by the nade, but not quite. And Silent Vintage casts his ultimate way out in the open on the backside. Arcados finds one, finds two, and a big flank that absolutely denies this Ascender's offense. Oof, they got focused on pushing forward and left their mid flank open there. Huge play from Arcadamos. Arcadamos? Waitamos. 1 of 3. Zenith took no damage from that fight. It's a good exchange right there.
Seconds remaining.
And now time becoming a factor here. 15 seconds to make this push happen. Tries to grab Scanner and couldn't turn around to scoop it up. Af takes advantage of just that. And it's 2 maps into the hands of DNA. Solid first 2 best of 3s for us to jump into. And we're not really going to wait long to go to our next one. I do believe we have DNA versus... No, excuse me. Ascending versus Sunset Ravens right now. We are on Cliffside, interestingly enough. Let's dive in and see what the scores are. Oh, I think I made it just in time for the start of the map. Very good timing. Let's change this to Ascending. Always some sort of Ascension versus Sunset Ravens. Also, technically a form of descending, I suppose. Right? 'Cause it's a sunset. We're going into the action. Round number 1, map number 1. No time for the big intros, nor do we have it for Cliffside. And swap sides here. It's Sunset Ravens. On defense, it's Ascending on the attack. And it's round 1 of map 1 of this best of 3 in the losers bracket. And a big double kill from Mike D10 out the gate in the pistol half, shutting down. Can they make it 3? They can. Can they make it 4? There's one more above them, one more on the side. Matt Bears and Hoggins both shutting down the ace for Mike, but a great bit of teamwork nonetheless. Sunset Ravens out the gate early with that pistol round in a very good fashion. 4 left alive is solid, but it's the pistol round. You can't let that impact you too much if you are on the ascending side. Got to stay locked in, and we'll see. Looks like a B-side push. I think last time we watched Cliffside yesterday, it was... basically all B-side pushes here, and a nice pickup from Jack. I got distracted there. Jedi Milo. Right here, ready to spring a trap, and they had overabundance of targets. Too many to choose from. They did damage to every one of them, but not a kill coming through. And now Mike comes in, the cleanup crew. They'll get 2, but not any more than that. And a nice bounce back round on the attack. A nice B-side push to tie it up. 1-1 for Ascending. Into the action here, out the gate, some big nades. Matt trying to hold things down, shots coming in through the smoke, those aren't connecting, and B-site again getting very quickly pushed. Scanner going down, Jedi Milo on the side looking to push in, doesn't quite catch one here. The pinch on the other side, Carnage holding this angle, doesn't end up interacting much there, and you're going to stick on a Jedi Milo. Looking to push their way forward and get to this scanner in the back corner. Not going to be an easy task. About to pop over to Deimos to VAIL because Matt is on the flank, and it's going to come down to how Carnage handles the rotation here. Scanner getting interrupted by Jedi Milo. Plenty of time for them to get it. Carnage trying to crash back, and they won't get there in time. Matt H shuts it down, and it's defused. A solid bit of teamwork and coordination from Sunset Ravens to zone out that final defender. Go ahead and reset the scores here because this is the first map of the series. Ooh, and already some early kills coming in again. The B-side push. This is what I was talking about. Ascending, being consistent, and I mean, why not? Why not? Why try anything different? It's working well for them right now. They're consistently getting in, planting scanner. Jedi's going for a big flank here, and it's going to be a matter of timing for this trio. They have a lot of it, but Mike and Matt, we're all going to try and pinch in here at the same time. Jedi as well now trying to swing down the long alleyway from the flank. Nades coming in. It's going to be Jelly that catches Milo out. The other kill coming in from Carnage. Deimos had an angle as well down that long lane, and maybe stack B site here as a precaution. You know, again, if it ends up going A, then let's retake A. I think A site's maybe a little hard to retake, quite frankly, than B. So maybe it's the better choice is to just do what they're doing. You know, not lean too heavily into a B side defense, not lean too heavily into that early engagement. Try and capture him back on the retakes, but on the other end of things, just barreling forward. to pick up the scanner. Can't quite figure out where it is.
Scan started.
Nice pick up there from Mike over the top with 36 seconds left. They're going to drop back, and Mike has an opportunity here. I wonder what utility is available for Famos and Jelly. Well, and Jelly misses the cross. Mike gets into sight. Is now distracted by multiple angles. Gets pressed by both defenders, and I think if they had pushed into the scanner room and just tucked in behind scanner, they may have had a better shot. But either way, Ascending putting up a third point here. And again, going to B. Why change anything? Kind of working formula for them so far. Getting close. Jelly catches Matt and Mike trying to rotate back to site, and Jedi goes down to Annex. Everyone getting picked off, even that midfield rotation ending in a trade. The fastest round yet from Ascending there. Absolutely denying the rotation from A site because at this point they're so consistent in understacking B. They know there's going to be two coming in from A. They know they can catch them on the rotation because they know they're going to be forced to rotate because they're pushing B. Now we're finally seeing 4 stack to B side for defense. Said, fine, we'll play that front line. The front line seems to be going a little bit better than staying tucked into the back, at least for now. The scanner isn't planted yet. Maybe that's a bad thing because you're seeing the scanner rotate now all the way over to A. They've stopped B from the push in. Matt H's going to get caught out by Jelly on the back line. Jedi keyed into the audio cues and tries to swing wide for Jelly. Can't find that kill. And the scanner all the way over at A site. Adam now has a long rotation in a 1v3.
Scan started.
Got 1 of 3 to go. Carnage shuts it down, and Ascending are looking very good here in map 2. Or map 1, excuse me. The first half absolutely going their way. And I do actually like to see the switch up now coming in from Ascending. B site, they got denied a little bit heavy. They maybe didn't like the outcome of their extension over towards B. They didn't like how stacked the B side defense was, and recognizing that, they're shifting over to an A side stack. A very good, solid tactical strategy here. A good read from Ascending, and it's really misdirected this defense, but everyone's alive on Sunset Raven, so like I've been saying, the retake is on right now. Oh, and Matt H winning that fight, huge. Jedi up the middle, looking for some action there. Catches Jelly. Frag over the top, and the scanner interrupted. A solid bit of work here from Sunset Ravens on the retake. Maybe that's why. Even more reason again to just stack B. If you're good on that full on a 5v3 retake. Put everyone on B. Just keep doing it. No reason to split defense. But it's a weird strategy to pull off, I think. So I understand not doing it. And we're now swapping sides and going to pistol rounds. So Sunset Ravens get to attack instead of defense. We don't got to think about really splitting up or rotating around anymore, and they are going to go straight to B. Their demise. Xanax catching 2. Matt H looking for more. Hoggins with 1. The revolver over the top. Mike scoops up the kills there, and the frag in the back line. Jack up through the center. Carnage, and just like that, Ascending put a 6th point on the board. Map 1 starting to run away from Sunset Ravens. 3 more to go. And we're on to map 2. Where potentially Sunset Ravens are looking at the end of their season. A sunset to the season. Nice name from Jelly. Zones out that push. Catches big damage on Matt. Smokes are out on B. And the shots, the nade actually from Hoggins into that corner catches out the on-site defense. Leaves Carnage and Jack on the rotations. Carnage catching 1 with a nade. Gotta wonder if Jack's ready for that slow rotate up through the center. Scanner's still not gone down. And the trade there over the top. Jack now all that's left. They hear the crouching and they will catch Matt H. Turns it into a 1v1. Full HP for Hoggins and Jack. Hoggins not going for scanner plant. I know they did get it already. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't hear it. But Jack full HP here. Trying to read the rotation from Hoggins. Hoggins has to defend and Jack will pick them off. Ascending with another one. 7 and 3 on the lead. 1 HP for Jack. Doesn't get much closer than that.
Round starting.
Site gonna get overwhelmed. Hoggins and Adam both finding kills on the defensive B now, and a big rotation from Ascending. They're getting a little taste of their own medicine, and almost a double kill there from Deimos. Not quite. Push up from Carnage. Not quite a double there either. And now Jack not gonna be ready for this backline defense here. Absolutely flanked by Matt H. And Sunset Ravens with a very clean hold on a B site push. B seems to be the key on Cliffside. We haven't seen an ace site round. Maybe only 1 win. No, I think it got defused. We'll change of pace though. They're going to send Hoggins over to throw utility and kind of be a aggressive early distraction. Jelly catches Hoggins out, though, early. And the scan is down at A. It's a big retake that's on right now. 4 left alive, trying to push in. Carnage flies out. Jedi with a quick refrag. Annex on the back line. Who's left alive? It's Matt H, and he's found 1v1 in front of him. Jelly knows where Matt is. Does Matt have an angle on the scanner? No, Matt's going to have to push out. Jelly knows the bait will force that push, and they'll have the height advantage. 10 seconds left. They'll get there in time. Question mark? Ooh, it's going to be close. There might be 2 seconds left on the clock. Barely even. But they get it. Ascending, locking in another one. 8-4, map 1 here. Taking it to map point on Cliffside. Aggressive defensive push here from Jelly. They'll find one. Can't get any more than that, though. An opportunity to pick off maybe 3, maybe even up to 3. Nice pickup from Annex. B site. Not gonna get challenged today. At least as long as there's any utility left for them. A nice swing from Matt, but Deimos finds the refrag, and up through the smoke is Hoggins. Position known, and Annex finds the shots through the smoke. It's map 1 into Ascending's hands. Very solid entry map for them against Sunset Ravens. Not what I necessarily anticipated, but I guess I don't know what I expected. Rank 6, seed 6 for seed 7 here. Pretty much an even match. We do have another series live right now. It's Academy versus DNA. Let's pop over there and see how that's going. I think it's map 1, and once if we do catch it, then we can jump back over in the middle of map 2. On Miru. Alright, yeah, we're basically at the start of it. Oops, sorry about that. This is Academy. First DNA. We've got the round already going. So we'll just dive into map number 1 here of this series. DNA on the attack. Academy on the defense, and already a 2-0 lead for DNA out the gate here. Deimos shutting it down as well on the attack, pushing up through the mid, and it's a very clean 3-0 out the gate for DNA. For those that maybe are confused, there are multiple best of 3s live right now, 2 to be exact. We just watched the first map of the first best of 3, and now this is the first map of the second best of 3. Once this is finished, we'll see if the other best of 3 is still going and dive into that to catch maybe the end of map 2. But for now, we are back to another map 1 in a best of 3 series. Sounds from Flow through that box. This DNA squad just coming off a fresh win. Oh, an AF with a nice kill. Good nade over the top, absolutely shutting down that stairwell hold. Opens up the rotation for the plant, and it's in big VR alone in a 1v3. In big with 2. They may find the triple kill, but not enough time left on the clock for them to work with. 4 points in a row for DNA on the attack on Miru is not exactly what they're looking for, I imagine, on the Ascender's side. Steps going to be the front line here. Quickly getting picked off Af. Setting things up for the advance. It's Jaeger, Cat, and Alexi. And with Gentle Dolphin scooping up Alexi, just Jaeger holding down this B site where Scanner is not going. And so Jaeger's going to have to rotate over out of this position to A side. And they have both of those angles covered. This side in particular going to be hard to rotate out. Knife nearly connects. Jaeger pops into 2. Sir Ultimate says surprise. And with 4 left alive on the attack, DNA looks like they may make quick work of this series. If this is how the rest of it's going. This is just the start, first half, first 5 rounds of map 1, so it's early days in this series. We've seen teams really bounce back strongly in the back half of the half, or even on the side swap. But we have already seen one 9-0 today, and so it could be in store again for us if DNA have anything to say about it. DNA team absolutely holding the W key, feels like. Holding the thumbstick forward. Nice refrag from Arcadamos, well timed. In big, suddenly again, left alone, but it's a 1v2, very manageable. They almost clutched a 1v3 just a few rounds ago. And I think they're in a position where they don't know where they are. Arcadamos snaps 2 nonetheless. 6-0 for DNA in map 1.
Get ready.
Kills coming in on either side yet. A very tucked in Academy defense. They're tired of getting those early picks coming through on them. And the pre-fire from Poggle. Alexi also snagging a kill. And a beautiful, wonderfully timed, nicely executed push out on defense, collapsing and surrounding around what was an overconfident offense, pushing into sight. 4 left alive for Academy. And a really clean defensive round on the board. Question is it a little too late? And where was that solid coordination earlier? They're obviously pretty happy about it. Double from Slow Snow. Last round of the half here. Last chance for DNA to really set the pace.
We're switching sides.
7-1's pretty dang good though, and with the side swap, all it takes is a pistol round and a rifle round, and it's DNA locking in a map 1 W. Nice way to kick off your best of 3. Academy coming in maybe cold a little bit, considering DNA already had that warm-up win. Academy didn't have to play today until facing off against this DNA squad today, so... Ooh, what a nice headshot from Arcademy. Tries to make it 2, but can't. Oh, and Jaeger trying to go with rate of fire. The mini SMG, and not quite working out even in that mid-range. DNA locking in the pistol round, and now, like I said, pistol and rifle round, they've got themselves a map win. Maybe a chance for Academy to stay alive in this one. Half with a little surprise peek. Does do a 1-for-1 trade. Rotation to B. Gentle Dolphin here tucked in on the stairs.
Started.
Smoke comes in, nicely placed to deny Steps line of sight. Steps still catches the kill through the smoke, though. Okay, almost managed to get one. Can't get any more than that, though, and it's 2 points on the board for Academy. They're keeping this thing going. DNA not locking it in quite yet. Match point still, though, and it's match point every round from here on out until it goes 8-8. So Academy need to win 6 in a row right now on offense, and that's not easy to do. Tucked in, late surprise, springs out and catches one. Arcadamos as well, scooping up a shot from the alleyway there. Flow Snow says, I want a little piece of the action, and starts to push up as well. Nice swing from in big, very big. Very big in big. Oh, and Flo wasn't ready for Alexi to be holding that long angle. Sir Ultimate catches Steps. Arcadamos needs to reinforce Ultimate here, but I don't think they know Scanner's swinging to B right now.
Seconds remaining.
Sir Ultimate jump check. Sir Ultimate and Arcadamos over the top. Catch the kills they need. DNA. Lock in a fast map 1. And now guess what? Try and pop over back to the other series. Which should have their map 2 going right now. Let's see. I mean, Sunset Ravens. Oh, it looks like it's about to end. Oh no, it's going still. Sunset Ravens versus Ascending.
Scan interrupted.
Ascending 1 round away from finishing Sunset Ravens regular season. Ascending, getting a nice bit of control over A site here. Good-eye Milo trying to crash back. Finds one, but only one. Matt doesn't deny the cross there either, and Hoggins left alone in a 1v2. Scanner down. Team season on the line. Can't quite catch that rotation down the stairs. Nice swing onto Jelly. Hoggins goes down though. Jelly connects. And Ascending lock in a series win, eliminating Sunset Ravens in the regular season. So they won map 1 9-2 or something like that. So a solid job there. We finish off the day by jumping back to where we just were. Mouse wants to work. Of course. Probably. Okay, a little tech difficulties here. Give me 1 second. We'll be right back into our last map of the afternoon. Welcome back, everybody. We are here with Academy and DNA Map 2. Already a 2-0 lead for the DNA squad on the attack. General Dolphin opening it up with an early kill as well. Alexi trying to swing out. Poggle catches one. Arcadamos catches the other. Nade over the top, and Sir Ultimate on the back line. Flow Snow is also right there to pick up that kill, but a nice solid 3-0 for DNA. They won map 1 9-1, so Keep that in mind. Let me just actually adjust the scores here. There we go. Adjusted those scores so we can wrap up the day with accurate numbers at the top of our scoreboard. In big with a nice early kill here. Sight's getting swarmed by offense. Scanner goes down. They take a couple of shots, but are still alive. Rotation from the rest of the defense is here on the long out hallway. It's really going to come down to Arcadamos eventually getting rid of In Big VR here on site. And a nice swing from Arcadamos. Scanner is still down. And Alexi hears that scanner, so they're trying to cover it from the back line here, and we'll see the 1v1 unfolding here. Arcadamos and Alexi duking it out. Arcadamos with a lot more HP, Alexi down to half. Oh, and they guessed wrong on where Alexi was. They didn't know which corner they were in, and Alexi locks in the defensive point for the Academy squad. DNA almost went 4-0 here. 4-0, wow. Been a lot of VAIL, okay, a lot of action today. And again, another best of 3 later. Nice double kill and absolutely barreling through that A site. Academy getting a touch overwhelmed as Jaeger tries to fend off what is not going to be a push towards that A site, and is instead just a defensive wall in front of them. At this pace, I do look forward to the DNA and Ascending fight. I think that matchup should be interesting. Jaegercat hasn't been pushed yet on site. They've had to always go for the retake. First time that maybe some utilities thrown their way, and Flow Snow catches Jaeger with a nice nade, bounced off the crate. Opens up site and In Big now in a very similar position to Jaeger last round, where they have to retake and are stuck. Flash from In Big, but they just pop out, and there is 4 or 5 rifles shooting them down. DNA in control of this series right now. A lot like Ascending was in their win. You know, it's interesting, the Challenger Cup for NA, we had a lot of pretty close single map games. These double limbs have been pretty dominant. DNA and Ascending really showing that they're ready to crawl through this loser's bracket. One of them will eventually suffer a loss and get eliminated, but that's the price they pay of both being in a loser's bracket. Could be speaking too soon, though. They have a defensive point. Academy looking to toggle on another one. And Ultimate almost clutches that up. That was a near kill on a Jaeger on the back line, but then the transfer there would have been very challenging. Either way, Academy putting 2 on the board. They could go 5-3 on the half before the side swap, and that would be probably pretty acceptable on Suna. Granted, I still do think Suna tends to lead more defensive sided, so I think they're going to have a challenge ahead of them once the side swap comes after this round. Oh, Steps with the rifle kill. Half with a double on sight. Only 2 left alive here on the attack. 2v3. Scanner does go down by Arcadamos, and they'll swing out for that kill. Up top comes the push from Jaegercat, surprising Arcadamos, but Arcadamos still picks up 1. Alexi alive here, finds the double, and the scanner gets interrupted. It's the 3rd point.
Scan interrupted. We're switching sides.
Swap sides. Academy go on the attack. DNA on the defense. Take a quick look at the KDs. Flow 10 and 4. You can see Alexi really doing a lot of work here. 7 and 5. Steps 6 and 8. Despite going with that bolt action, still found a few kills. Little midfield battle here ends in a 1-for-1. On site, Jaegercat catches AF. That's a big kill, opening up that A site rotation. Gentle Dolphin with 1. Can't get any more than that. From the long range, Arcadamos with the revolver. They'll scoop up the scanner. That stops that from getting planted. Forces the fight here, which ends in a trade, and Arcadamos left alive. Puts the point on the board for DNA. A close one for Academy. Would have been nice to close that gap to a 5-5. Excuse me, a 5-4. They really were chipping away at it the last couple of rounds, but that might be momentum for DNA. We'll see now with rifles in hand what the attack looks like for the Academy squad. So far, no 3-map deciders. Jump checked by Poggle there. Nice push here. A site. Not where the action was coming, and even though there were a few kills up to the mid, it's B that has the scanner going down on it, and a nade coming in over the top. Doesn't catch the scanner planter. Oh, and a big double from Inbig. aware of this rotation from the long angle. Oh, they are, and Inbig finds 3, clutches it up for the team, keeps Academy in this one, stops that from going a little out of control on the lead, and I mean, that's a big round right there. 6-4, keeping this thing close, a nice offensive point locked in, but a big clutch couple of kills there from Inbig. 6-9 now. Nice flash. Their ultimate trying to push up to get this kill, but they're going to have a hard time with Inbig and Alexi watching from the flank. Good offensive session here from the Academy side. Low Snow flies up top, and Alexi ready and waiting, dials in on him. Af is here trying to deny scanner plant because it hasn't gone down yet. And they can't catch both. Alexi swings out and finds the kill, and this Academy squad's chipping away at this DNA lead. We could go to a map 3. I may have spoken too soon. Steps has gotten multiple kills with this rifle so far. They're going to be ready for this onsite defense from Arcadamos. Gentle Dolphin catches Poggle. Oh, and Steps catches him with the nade. Alexi up through the middle finds one. Ultimate scoops up another. Not going to be ready for the double stack in the mid, but they're going to just surpass it, go right past it. Gentle Dolphin's here, but it's Steps with the rifle who finds the kill. Scanner's down on site, and they are planting. Nades are coming in. The flash over the top doesn't quite connect, but Ultimate's there to find the kill, and Inbig has to sprint to try and stop the scanner interrupt. A close one, to say the least, but DNA put one on the board. It's been a few rounds, but they're inching closer to that series win here. Academy does not want to go without a fight. They do not want their season to end. So we love to see the postseason bringing out that passion, bringing out that focus. Oh, wow, Poggle with the nade on Sir Ultimate there. Sir Ultimate had an opportunity to catch them completely out. Nice nade from Steps. Another frag on Arcadamos. They have been getting hit by Steps' grenades consistently at B site. The big swing here for Gentle. I like to see the focus on getting at least the known kill, but they drop their position on Scanner.
5
Too many defenders around Scanner there to really make it an easy effort. And Academy pushed it to 6-7. It is 6-7. Technically it's not, though. Technically it's 7-6. Very aggressive move from Flow Snow, costing their life. Arcadamos finally off of the site, not going to get hit by a frag from Step. Pops out and catches that kill. Jaeger, Poggle, and Alexi left to try and move this Scanner over to B site. I think the move would be to rotate over to A, because B is definitely a little bit more stacked. Look at this. Half is tucked in, waiting for this rotation. One, finds two, can't get the third. But in the chaos, Ultimate coming in from the back line. Tries to jump over the tube and can't, and it's Gentle Dolphin who cleans it up. DNA, take it to series point.
Match point.
Now is when things get a little bit different for Academy. There is no cushion. They can't afford a loss. They have to lock in 2 wins in a row to take us to overtime. Oh, and a half trying to spring out. Arcadamos just trying to dodge all the utility coming their way at A. It's your Ultimate catching a big kill on a Jaeger. Arcadamos still tucked in. And another kill. Sir Ultimate onto Steps. Arcadamos trying to drop out, just misses the final opportunity onto Inbig, and it's a 1v3. 1v2, excuse me. Inbig with an opportunity. Full HP. Knows where 1 is, but can't snap down to Arcadamos for 2, and it's DNA. Locking in map 2 in the series win. Academy's season is over. DNA will be moving on to next weekend. Next weekend we have the winners bracket. Relentless EU versus Ascendancy, Vanguard Gaming versus Asterix. And the losers bracket. The winners here, DNA and Ascending, both playing in their own individual matches. And we'll be tuning into those next weekend. Again, that's Saturday, the 24th. So do be sure to stop by on the VRML network for more EU postseason. But that is it for the end of the day. We've eliminated 2 teams out of the double elimination bracket, and we've got more to come next weekend. A best of 3 later today for NA, where we decide our Challenger Cup champion. And then next weekend, we get into the double elimination bracket for NA. So there's a lot of action ahead of us for this postseason. It's really just the beginning. This is the starting weekend of the postseason. Many more weekends to come, filled with VAIL action, broadcast live here on the VRML network. So hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the broadcast. Subscribe to the channel if you want to come back for more. We really do appreciate you. We appreciate you, myself and this wonderful little kitten. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Do you have anything to say, lady? No. Okay. Very good. That's been it for me. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's. A big shout out to Axe Labs for supporting the VRML and sponsoring our champions with a in-game cosmetic skin specific to their team that's sold in the cosmetics store. Parts of that revenue are shared with the winning team. It's a really cool opportunity that Axe Labs gives us, and only Axe Labs within the VRML. So we really appreciate their dedication to the VR esports space. A big shout out to them for everything they've done over the course of the years of VRML and our partnership with them and VAIL. We look forward to more seasons, and this is, again, it's an exciting time. So just the beginning of the postseason. You're going to want to tune in next weekend. My name's Ben Nightfire with 2 E's. Until next time, stay classy.